Fresh and Shaky Joe Fruity Milk. Strawberry, pineapple, texture, smooth, Shaky Joe.
Shaky Joe, fill yourself with goodness.
So fresh that you grow bliss every day. Seeking melodies for everyone.
Introducing Dairy Gold Full Cream Milk from our carefully selected farms to your home with all the nutrients you need every day. Gold Full Cream Milk. It's farm fresh.
The meaning of life is not to simply exist, but to move ahead, to rise up and achieve, to conquer. Introducing Kung Fu Energy Drink, your push for the next conquests. Kung Fu Energy Drink, master. Here's Mike. He loves his Maximo. He starts with banana flavor for breakfast. He moves with vanilla during traffic. He moves with strawberry at lunchtime. He even has chocolate flavor at dinner too.
Mike, dinner too?
I can't help it. It's Maximo. Be like Mike. That's me, by the way. Move with the Maximo you love. Maximo flavored milk. Let Maxi move you.
The Kyoto News. The Kyoto News. The Kyoto News. The News. If it matters to you, it matters to us.
Welcome to the KFM Breakfast News. Today, the 17th of August, 2024. To present it, I'm Jack Matembulo. We take a look at the top stories. President Hichilema commends SADC organ troika on politics, defense, and security cooperation for its efforts in addressing regional challenges. But lawmaker elected at the delivery and handover of CDF procured earth-moving equipment. Mumba Malila says the judiciary has made significant strides towards improving the judicial system. Death toll from Uganda garbage landslide climbs to 35. And Leicester's Dakar out for months.
The Kyoto News. If it matters to you, it matters to us.
And now the news in detail. President Hakainde Hichilema has commended the SADC organ troika on politics, defense, and security cooperation for its efforts in addressing regional challenges. President Hichilema, who chaired the virtual meeting being held in Zimbabwe, said he is pleased with the support from member states. The president is happy that peace has continued to prevail in the member states even after the election period. He assured that Zambia will continue to support peace, security, and stability even after his tenure. President Hichilema, who assumed the chairmanship of the SADC organ troika in August 2023, will hand over to Tanzanian President Samia Suluhu Hassan. Speaking at the same event, SADC Executive Secretary Elias Magosi thanked President Hichilema's exemplary leadership during his tenure. Mr. Magosi expressed hope that President Hichilema will give support to President Hassan. Chief Justice Mumba Malila says the judiciary has made significant strides towards improving the judicial system through ongoing legal reforms. Dr. Malila says the introduction of resident judges in provincial centers and the establishment of specialized courts is among the key components being focused on. Speaking at the official opening of the Bar Bench Conference in Lusaka, Dr. Malila said the reforms are essential for the effective functioning of the judiciary and better service to the public. Meanwhile, Law Association of Zambia President Lungisani Zulu said the conference is an important platform for lawyers, judges, and magistrates to collaborate on enhancing justice delivery and addressing systemic challenges. Bahati constituency Member of Parliament Levan Chibombo has announced the procurement of earth-moving equipment for road construction in his area. In a statement to KFM News, the Bahati lawmaker revealed that the constituency CDF spent over 10 million kwacha on the procurement of the said equipment. He has urged the local authority to ensure the equipment is put to good use and is used to save the people of Bahati. He says it will be disappointing to see the earth-moving equipment used in other constituency or be hired out and not save the people of Bahati. He says he's optimistic that with the new equipment, majority roads will be worked on.
CDF, we've purchased a grader, a compactor, and those are the machines we are seeing now at the council. The other machines are for months central constituency. Now, when I watch equipment, here we work for Mansa Central. Now, who are Bahati na equipment? Here we have council. Here Bomba, Bahati. So, Balo World, who are the suppliers, will be handing over that equipment Friday. And I think the Minister of Local Government will be at hand to hand over the equipment to the council. So to tell them about council, chakabo kutila chivange pibombele alikunuma bahati kwa equipment. Lero yesa ku bahati tule mona feribize ku Massa Central. Wa council tule barambokile equipment twashita lupya wa bahati bombeshi. Ibilo bombela abantu ba bahati pantebe no washenda rama. That is the equipment kupita kuli 10 million kwacha. Almost half of our CTF for 2024 has just gone to procurement over those yellow machines that are at the council. We've bought very strong machines, Maga Tapia to Chile, to grade of Shakosa, to Chile grade by Tapila. To the commercial, our own council, to fin to Chavena Bahati, we know Bumbla Bahati. I feel Bumbla and to Bambio, to fin to Prefecture or Bahati constituents. Ayo Emashiwi, Wachan and our minister. Ile lokuti na ubage serunda kwa ba council ati fin tu le kene fifombele abene abafishitile lo
United Liberal Party President Quibas Kota State Council has called on the UPND to listen to the voice of reason of Minister of Local Government and Rural Development Gary Nkombo on suspending corrupt ministers who are under investigations. The United Kwacha Alliance chairperson says that the Minister Nkombo has demanded that ministers being investigated for corruption should leave until they are cleared of the corruption tag. State Council Scotta says it is unfair to see many junior civil servants sent on suspension due to pending investigations while ministers are spared from such actions. Scotta says even in the private business world, from where President Hakainde Hichilema is said to hail from, it is standard practice to put an employee under investigation on suspension pending investigations. Police have recovered over 29 kilograms of gold and $200,000 cash from a vehicle which entered the country. Inspector General of Police Raphael Musamba has confirmed, stating that the gold and the money were concealed in the door panels of the vehicle. Mr. Musamba said investigations in the matter have been instituted. Meanwhile, Zambia Police, in collaboration with regional law enforcement agencies, has recovered 2 Toyota Hilux vehicles which are suspected to have been stolen from South Africa. Energy Minister Makozo Chikota has announced that load shedding hours will increase to 17 hours effective 1st September 2024. Mr. Chikota says this is due to the impending depletion of ZESCO water allocation at Kariba Dam, which is expected to increase the deficit by 300 megawatts, while the inevitable scheduled maintenance at Mamba Collieries is expected to cause another 135 megawatts deficit during the month of September 2024. Hence, the decision to increase load shedding hours. Giving a national energy brief in Lusaka yesterday morning, the minister indicated that the country's power generation capacity currently stands at an average of 890 megawatts against a total installed capacity of 3,777 megawatts. Mr. Chikota explains that the national average peak demand remains at 2,400 megawatts, resulting in a power deficit of 1,510 megawatts. He says to address this deficit, Power Utility ZESCO and other traders are currently importing a total of 496 megawatts of power from the regional, leaving a net deficit of 1,014 megawatts, which has resulted in more than 12 hours of power rationing throughout the country. Meanwhile, Mr. Chikota says ZESCO is currently carrying out consultations with stakeholders to come up with a tariff mechanism that allows the utility to recover its costs during the drought response period, as the current tariffs are not cost-effective. Over 300 cholera volunteers who were part of those serving at the National Cholera Center in Lusaka and promised permanent employment are demanding that President Hakainde Hichilema addresses them, as they feel the jobs they were offered were not genuine. At the peak of the cholera outbreak early this year, President Hichilema directed the Ministry of Health to offer formal employment to all individuals who volunteered their services at various cholera centers in the country. However, the over 300 volunteers who were stationed at Heroes Stadium, which was the National Cholera Center, feel duped because the president's directive to offer them jobs has not been adhered to. In an interview with Phoenix News, they have alleged that their jobs have been taken up by people who never even volunteered, as they are bribing those in charge of the recruitment process. Others have questioned why they were offered letters of employment as volunteers with a salary of 1,300 per month, arguing that this is not according to the president's directive. They are now appealing to the head of state to address them because they feel scammed after risking their lives by offering their services to the nation as their efforts to engage the Ministry of Health have failed. Now, before we get to the international news, a recap on local news headlines. President Hichilema commends SADC organ troika on politics, defense, and security cooperation for its efforts in addressing regional challenges. But lawmaker elated at the delivery and handover of CDF procured death-moving equipment. Mumba Malila says the judiciary has made significant strides towards improving the judicial system. And coming up in international news and sports, death toll from Uganda garbage landslide climbs to 35. And Leicester's Dakar out for months, says the coach Cooper.
If it matters to you, it matters to us.
The number of people killed when a mountain of garbage collapsed in Uganda's capital last week has risen to 35, 12 of whom were young people, police said on Friday. At least 28 others are still missing. The accident occurred late last Friday when a large chunk broke off the mound of trash at the Kitezi landfill on the northern outskirts of Kampala. Dozens of homes near the dump were buried while residents slept. 9 more bodies have been retrieved since Wednesday, when 26 were reported dead. Police said in a statement on the tragedy that it had been hard to identify some of the new bodies as they were in such bad shape. The landslide followed torrential rains that have battered parts of the East African country in recent weeks, triggering extensive flooding and damage. Residents near the landfill, which has for decades served as Kampala's only waste dump, have long complained of hazardous waste polluting the environment and posing a danger. At least 6 Burkina Faso magistrates have been conscripted to serve in the military this month for taking action against pro-junta activists and other individuals, 3 unions of magistrates said in a joint statement. The West African country's ruling military junta, which seized power in a 2022 coup, is accused of suppressing dissent by kidnapping and conscripting critics and urging citizens to report suspicious neighbors in the name of national security. The statement was circulated by members of the Magistrates Union among journalists on Friday. Among those targeted, a prosecutor who had instructed police to investigate claims by local residents of forced disappearances and a judge handling the case of pro-junta figure who had caused a landslide that killed some 60 people, the statement added. And now in sports, Leicester City will be without injured forward Patson Daka for a few months, says new manager Steve Cooper. The 25-year-old Zambian striker has undergone surgery after suffering an ankle injury in Leicester's final preseason game with Lens last Saturday. Cooper, who was named as Enzo Maresca's replacement as Leicester manager in June, says he expects to be without Daka for some time. The Foxes boss also said the experienced duo Jamie Vardy and Conor Cody would be missing from his side's opening game of their Premier League return against Tottenham on Monday. Leicester starts the season with the threat of a possible points deduction for alleged breaches of the Premier League's profit and sustainability rules from when they were last in the top flight. Cooper says the Foxes have no plans to sign any new players before welcoming Spurs at King Power Stadium. Manchester City manager Pep Guardiola says Joao Cancelo could still have a future at the club after revealing there has been no inquiries for the Portugal defender. Cancelo spent last season on loan at Barcelona, having been at Bayern Munich for the second half of the 2022-2023 campaign after falling out of favour at City. The 30-year-old had been Guardiola's prototype inverted fullback, but experienced a sudden reverse of fortunes with the Premier League champions just months after he signed the new contract, which is not due to expire until 2027. With Barcelona not interested in taking Cancelo back to the new camp, Guardiola's faces having to bring the player City paid £60 million for in 2019 back into the fold. We now come to the end of this news bulletin at 6:45, but before I run a recap on the top stories. President Hichilema commends SADC organ troika on politics, defense, and security cooperation for its efforts in addressing regional challenges. but lawmaker elated at the delivery and handover of CDF procured death moving equipment. Mumba Malila says the judiciary has made significant strides towards improving the judicial system. In international news, death toll from Uganda garbage landslide climbs to 35. In sports, Leicester's Dhaka out for months, says Coach Cooper. We now come to the end of this news bulletin. We'll be back with a Bemba bulletin at 7:30. And don't forget this afternoon, the main news at 13 hours. On behalf of the news crew at K, I'm Jack Mwapembulo. Keep listening to K.
The Careful News. If it matters to you, it matters to us. The session where dance our day. Play together.
Music on Pilot Curtain. Hey, make you get it bigger, radio just got bigger.
Hi, I'm Matthias from Belgium, and I listen to KFM when I'm in Zambia, and back home via the internet.
Hi, I'm Miriam from Austria, and I listen to KFM when I'm in Zambia, and back home. Hi, I'm Mia from Austria, and I listen to KFM when I am in Zambia, and back home via the internet.
95.5 is my station. A new dawn is on the horizon, a reason to turn your radios back on. 95.5, a breath of fresh air.
In life, people from all walks of life have different questions whose answers are yet to be found. Tune in to the Sunday Conversation every Sunday at 7 hours and find out how these real life questions can be answered. The Sunday Conversation is inspired by you. They say water is life. Manzi ni moyo. Ameishi moyo. And that's why you need to enjoy the refreshing taste of Aqua Kena, Wapula's first ever mineral water packaged with love, care, and life. So every time you feel thirsty, a bottle of Aqua Kena and quench that thirst today. Aqua Kena is treated under sand and carbon filtration, reversal osmosis, and ozonation. We have packages ranging from 350 mils, 600 mils, 750 mils, 1.5 liters, 500 mils sachets, and 18.9 liter containers. For orders, 0979 414 384 or 0966 386 954, 0979 414 384 or 0966 386 954. Aqua Kena mineral water, straight from Mother Nature.
Please with my head up high. Confidence in full, cause my skin's so dry. Oh yes, I'm looking in the best of life. It's because I'm from here. That's why me up. It's my city. Me up. Romeo, please don't ring.
Usuwelejwani ulivuti maishani uliwaji tipila ni manja tupange na banja we have family
When family gives you unexpected laundry challenges, give them Banja washing powder. Banja washing powder.
the family detergent. Scrubbing till the drip was gone. Is how I did the dishes till you came along. Wow. Now that you are here, I sing a different song. Sparkle, sparkle, sparkle dishes all day long. Sparkle, 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 sparkle dishes all day long. Sparkle, 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 sparkle dishes all day long. Let your sparkle with Boom Sparkle Plus dishwashing liquid. To know where we're going, we must remember where we're coming from. Boom. Never forget home.